I put flowers around the person because I wanted it to feel like it was a dream colliding into nightmares and stuff. Not everybody's all afraid of bats and bobcats, so I made other things like octopi and little dogs, and some people don't like open spaces, so I put it all close together and left some space empty for the imagination. I put in an owl just as another reference to the original picture, and I put a door in there to show like the door to the mind. This picture is from a popular TV show called Adventure Time, and this is actually the gender-bended version of it called Adventure Time with Fiona and Cake instead of Finn and Jake. And I put the 3 main love interests at the top, and 3 guys are Gumball, there's Flame Prince, and then there's Marshall Lee, who's a vampire / demon. And of course, every girl in the world decided Marshall Lee and Fiona need to get together because he's a bad boy. Why not? A lot of my drawings end up coming from either I'm bored or I see something and I just get this image in my head and it has to go on paper or else I'm just gonna die. I play the violin, so if I feel like playing the violin every so often I'll play it, but I don't need to play the violin. But drawing, I do all the time. If I'm bored and I'm sitting down, I'll go up to the board and just start drawing. I actually feel like my pictures mean more in black and white because I hate realism. I don't think art should have anything to do with realism, so I cartoonize. This one is actually a tribute to a group of YouTubers. Right now, PewDiePie is the #1 subscribed, and he was playing a game called Beyond Two Souls. There's a little girl who has a soul attached to her. She gets taken by scientists. PewDiePie calls the main scientist Daddy Defoe. I have PewDiePie as Daddy Defoe. He was part of the CIA and ended up tricking the little girl, and I put Ken as the jerk because he's always a try-hard kind of guy. And Cry, he's one of those people that is very kind of awkward in a cute way, so I made him the second spirit that's attached to the little girl because I felt like he would portray that kind of character better than anyone else. I drew this one for my music teacher, Mr. Emmert. I drew the girl listening to music because that's how I always am. If you find me off in a distance, I always have headphones in listening to something. I feel the regular mode for the music, but at the same time, I feel like this burst of emotions, and I try to map out the music in my brain, and it just feels so wondrous and dreamlike when I listen to music, so I wanted to convey that as best as I could. This picture means a lot to me. I copied it like 1,000 times so that I'd never lose it. I drew this girl in a flaming castle. She could leave, potentially, but at the same time she can't, because there's the stairs and there's a dragon right there. In her mind, she might be thinking, I'm gonna die, because the whole place is filling with lava. And it's flaming lava, so she's gonna suffocate from all this smoke. But potentially, if she tried harder, maybe, she could take this bench she has her hand on, throw it over the lava, and use it as a leeway to get to those stairs. But she still has to fight that dragon, and the sword's still in the stone. The way that I pictured this ending was a bunch of rubble would fall in front of her and that would be the end of the story. So essentially, when I drew this, I pictured that I was never gonna escape my mom. Even though there were many people out there saying, I'll help you, we can do this, I didn't want to betray my mom, and I didn't want to leave my brother and sister behind either. So I would stay there even though there was a way for me to get out. I didn't use any references. I never looked at myself when I was drawing this. It was purely what I thought I looked like. And a lot of people can tell it's me, mostly because of the droopy eyes and the curly hair. I look more feminine and more grown up and more confident. And I didn't used to look at myself. I have another picture where it's completely ugly and it's just gross. I thought that going through this program would help me mature and make me better as both an artist and a student and a person. It's a happy beginning.